Let's talk about Inventors of the South Tigris. This game is played over 4 rounds, and whoever has the most points at the end of 4 rounds will win. On your turn, you will continue to take a main action until you decide to place your 10 onto the main board, which will end your main actions for the round. The main actions you can take on your turn are to place dice onto a workshop on your board, to place 1 to 2 dice onto an available camel on your board, or to place a worker onto the main board. When you place 1 to 2 dice onto a workshop on your board, you must meet the minimum pip and color requirement, if any, in order to activate the workshop tiles on your board. That will give you a variety of benefits. If you place dice onto an available camel on your board, that will allow you to either invent, build, or publish a device. If you invent a device, you will need to meet the minimum pip requirement as indicated on the device board, discard the required number of cards, and then you will place a device card onto that device board, and you will go up on the royalties track, and you will place your invention tile onto that device board. If you want to build a device, you must meet the minimum pip requirement as indicated on the device card. You will pay the required craftspeople who are in your tower, and by paying them, they will move up on the tower and be worth more points at the end of the game. You will gain the benefit as indicated on the invention tile, which you will then flip over and place at the top of the device card, and you will place your influence on the device board and move it over into the built column. If you publish, you must meet the minimum pip requirement as indicated on the now flipped over tile. You will pay the required craftspeople. You will go up on the royalties track. You will add an influence marker to the device board and move it over into the published column. Another action you can take is to test built and published devices by placing a matching color die into the spot and going up the indicated number of spaces with your ship on the Tigris River. By going up on the river, you will acquire more and more workshop tiles to add to your workshop, and you will gain more dice to add to your pool. Another action you can do is to place a worker onto the main board. You will spend influence from the guilds and gain the indicated benefit. In order to increase the pip values on your dice, you will need to brighten them. The brighten effect is something that you will gain throughout the game in a variety of ways. Once you place your 10 onto the board, your main actions end for the round, and you can continue taking other actions until the round ends for everyone. The other actions include to still activate workshops with dice if you have them, to brighten your dice by increasing their pip values and moving them up on the landscape. You can refresh your craftspeople, or you can spend craftspeople in order to move dice from the workshop to your exhausted pool. And then once the round is over for everyone, you will gain income and royalties before you start the next round, and you will retrieve your workers. At the end of the game, you will gain points for guild majorities, for where you are on the royalties track, for any research tiles you researched, for where your craftspeople are in your tower, for your workshop tiles, for your invention tiles, for builder and publisher influence, and for built and published devices, but you must have met the scoring requirement as indicated on the device cards, and for any leftover money and cards. And then whoever has the most points will win. If you're looking for a really fantastic dice worker placement game, then definitely check out Inventors of the South Tigris.